Welcome back after a shortish week. We're back on schedule, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dan Excelsior, the Mostly Marvel podcast. I'm your host, Ricky. With me, as always, Dennis.
What's up?
We are talking about Constantine.
We are. I apologize.
2005 Constantine.
I apologize for this, Ricky, but I should have mentioned something in the tech check. It's a little. I wouldn't say echoey, but
yeah, you should have mentioned that in the tech
I know.
check. And I know why. I can fix it.
You can fix it while I talk about Constantine really quick and say, yeah, we're gonna watch the Keanu Reeves Constantine movie that I know a lot of people are not fans of, but if you came here, you will be happy to know
50% of this podcast is not fans of that movie.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, that was perfect. And you came in with the good audio to finish my sentence. So there you go.
Oh no, sorry, I don't want to.
No, we will be discussing that later. I mean, if you have something to add to it right now, you're welcome to.
Are we officially 5 years into this thing?
2021, and yeah. I think we definitely was. It was the last week of, I think, January is when WandaVision probably came out.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So yeah, I think happy 5th anniversary to this. Remember all the stupid stuff we used to do, like
when we cared.
What?
When we cared.
Oh yeah. When we cared. There used
to be games and guests every week.
There was games and guests. It wasn't every week, but it was many weeks.
We had guests for almost 100 episodes.
That's true. And we still do have guests. It's just that, like, let's be honest, it's a lot of work, and like, I think the bigger ask is we watch so much old content that, like, you have to find on various streaming platforms that it becomes a little bit of a task to ask our random friends of the show to, hey,
we got freaky with it.
Yeah, we ask people to do a lot sometimes, or to be caught up on the latest show, like that just came out yesterday or something like that. And people have more lives than us sometimes, and so it's I think that's why we like to do this more, just the two of us, when we can, because we can count on each other to watch the garbage that we watch.
Yeah.
Right.
It's one of us will.
Similar, at least one of us will. Yes. I like to think that you and I both watch all the things that we talk about, but sometimes. Fair enough. I see. Fake it till you make it, Ricky.
Something like that.
But yeah, so we don't have any guests for Constantine tonight, and it's really just for lack of asking anybody, honestly. Like, it was more just this is a movie that somehow Ricky has never seen, and I have mentioned that I enjoy it in spite of the fact that it is very much not what Constantine from the comic books is. In spirit, there's things that are there. So he's jumping in once again to watch a movie that I recommended, and that may or may not go well. I think he already spoiled it and said that's not going to go well, but we'll still talk about it. But before that, we're gonna spend some time, catching up. It's been a week. We've got to see what the two of us have been nerding out on. Like, what have you been? What's your thing?
Some more shrinking. It kind of turns into a How I Met Your Mother reunion a little bit. They bring on Michael J. Fox on that show. It gets pretty meta in there as well. What else? The Grammys. Do you watch the Grammys live, or is that a Monday activity?
I don't watch any. I don't watch any awards shows at all. I think the last time I watched an award show is when I watched like the Oscars with you.
That was a good time. We watched the next day without commercials.
That's fair, but like that's many years ago.
I had a good time watching that with you.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's been many years. I don't really choose to watch award shows?
Um,
Was the Grammys fun? Was it good?
it was the Grammys. A lot of people spoke out for certain issues going on in this country, as they should.
Stayed silent.
And some did. Yeah, so you really get to see what music.
I did see Jelly Roll's response, and it was anytime
got a little weird.
Anytime somebody says like, "You'll hear all about my opinion 1 week from today," that's not. It's never good. It's never good.
It wasn't
never
good.
It's never good.
Not gaming related. But I did, or nerd related. I did watch some golf this weekend. But I'll explain it in like this new light where like I've started playing golf I've been playing for like 6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun, learning curve. I get it. I get why people go. The learning curve is very extreme, so it's very like you work on these little things to get incrementally better each time you play. So it's been this cool journey for the past 6 months of, I'm surrounded by at least 10 golf courses within a 20-minute drive.
Mm-hmm.
So these are very large, like public spaces that I just never went to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of this neat thing to go to these different parts of my neighborhood or area and be outside and be, just hanging out. But to further extend that, now I have this new pillar of content I can watch. Granted, it's still sports, but like I never watched golf on TV, right? That's, to me, it's boring as hell. But now I have the context of what's actually going on and the immense skill that it takes to do what they're doing. It becomes instant, like overnight, 10 times more entertaining. So I thought that was a really cool thing. Also, it was in San Diego, so it was nice to watch professional people play in a place that
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of been like this weird, like, do you have like a similar hobby content exploration hole that you've fallen down before?
I mean, I guess toy photography was something, that I used to watch a lot of, and then I eventually started doing it. And when I started doing it, I had a deeper appreciation for all the ones that I've seen before, so but it didn't make me go back and watch more toy photography videos or whatever, like I'm like, oh, I like doing this for myself now, like this is, so that's the closest I can think of. No, I'm not a sports guy, so I'm not gonna really.
Yeah. I think the more exciting part for me is just being able to go out to these spaces that, like, again, like,
yeah,
oh, it's down the street from me. I can just hang out here. That was that. But how was your past 5 days since we last spoke?
Thankfully, it was ice free, so that's good.
That's good.
Yeah. Just taking risks with these mustaches here. Just taking risks every day.
Do they take care too?
I don't know. I've watched them on social media, and it doesn't seem like there's much that they are inhibited from doing, is what I'm saying. How about that? Anyways, off topic, weirdly unrelated conversation. What have I been doing? I caught up finally fully on the Traders. I think I told you that on Thursday, and it has been a long week of not watching Traders. I feel like I binged too much because now I've had this whole week of like, what the hell do I watch when I don't have the Traders? I watched some Beast games again. It gives me the ick a little bit more.
Gotta stop supporting that guy.
I know. It's just like I needed some kind of reality crap to watch. I have been watching, obviously, wrestling. The Royal Rumble was on Saturday. That was
just more problematic.
More problematic for sure. Problematic content, but still, mildly entertaining. And then to be less problematic, I did do an interview with the San Diego Regional Center yesterday to talk about my experience developing my toy photography business, doing workshops that serve the disabled community, and what has been my experience growing up with cerebral palsy. And so that will all be turned into a video at some point to celebrate Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month in March. So there,
That's cool.
Not all problematic stuff.
For that, do they give you the questions ahead of time?
I asked them to give them to me just so I could have like an idea of what they're going to ask, and so they sent them over to me a week in advance. I just looked them over and I was like, okay, cool, I got this. And then we cleaned up the crap out of my room here, my studio, and they came to my home, and they loved seeing this whole setup, I sat in front of my desk full of toys right there behind me, and I just talked about all the stuff. Yeah. So
wait, so March is Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month, or is it like is that the specific month, or is it like a day?
They told me it's March, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you the actual, like, I don't know what most awareness months are. Okay, I'm gonna be real.
Because I was looking to see what day you guys are repeating on, or who's repeating on whose days. What days are double booked?
I don't think it's impeding. I think
impeding is not the right word.
There's only 12 months in the year. They're gonna be months for many different causes.
I wanted to see what you were double stacked. Well, what's double stacked?
I'm probably more than double stacked. Okay, but yeah, no, it was a fun conversation, and it was all about like the evolution of this thing that I do, and also how it's a representation of who I am and stuff. So yeah,
in the most vain way, a life goal of mine is to do some type of work where I am interviewed about that type of work. So that is cool.
Okay.
The work that I would do contributes so much to a cause, thing, or discipline that someone would want to talk to me about it.
That's cool. Well, I'm glad that you could, for right now, live vicariously through me until you get that dream of your own. It was not a dream of mine, so I feel bad hearing you say that it's a dream.
Are they running ads on that video?
I don't know, Ricky. I don't know.
You got to check these things.
I understand where you're going with that. I do understand that. But no, I have no idea about that. I also, Lindsay and I beat our first full playthrough of Absalom, and that was a very satisfying experience. It is truly an epic 2-player couch co-op game, or online co-op. I highly recommend that game. It's so fun. We did that one on like Sunday morning. It was great.
I've been without a console in the without a console on the big TV. Let's put it there for a minute.
Ooh.
So, but there's certain games that have been itching, like maybe
problems
I bust.
Problems at home? Is that why? Problems at home?
No, I like gaming on my desk.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, my desk gaming is quite perfected, but it's also very isolating. So.
Yeah.
So,
I get it. Yeah, I've been going down a rabbit hole of like revisiting Baldur's Gate 3 by myself, like single player, just to like see what the mod communities come up with and stuff, and it is weird because like I do like playing it out in the living room more.
Yeah.
Just because like I can be social. Lindsay can watch, she can like comment about like the weird characters and stuff, and but sometimes I just like it's easier at my desk on the computer and stuff. So I get it, but I take the big TV over the computer screen any day.
Really? No, I'm the opposite. At least for like competitive stuff. I guess Baldur's Gate's a little different, but
yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't play a lot of competitive. So
you haven't played Fortnite in a minute, have you?
I play it every day.
You're gonna get Chapel Roan,
but only for about a minute. That's what I did. Like I didn't check it today yet. I have not.
You're just brain rotting.
No, I don't do brain rot very often. I do save the world just to get my
Okay.
V-Bucks. V-Bucks, that's it. That's all I do. Is Chapel Roan in there?
Yeah, she's the new
Music Pass?
music person.
I don't get the music people. I don't I honestly I do not like to buy. I've told you before. I don't like to buy skins of real people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you didn't buy a Dwight from The Office?
Well, that's not a real person.
Okay.
That's a character.
You could argue that Chapel Roan is the character.
You could, but I also don't like to buy. I mean, I don't make it a habit of buying like characters that are clearly actors, but I have a handful of those. But I just specifically, I don't like buying just people, like, because there's a lot of baggage that comes with those people. And then it gets weird when like you find out something that's problematic about those people. You know what I mean? Like,
They haven't pulled anybody.
that doesn't mean it's not awkward sometimes. That's why I just like getting my little Marvel and DC and Ninja Turtles and RoboCops and stuff like that. Like that's what
I
I
kind of
do.
want to get like a collection. Like I think you can get a squad of Sam Jacksons now
Yeah.
in some capacity, or like something like that. Like I want a full set.
I did get Skips from regular show the other day.
Which one skips?
He's
The
like
bird?
the shirtless.
Yeah.
No, the shirtless like
Monkey Man?
Monkey Man. Yeah.
That's Monkey Man? Wait, you said Skips.
His name is Skips.
Not Monkey Man.
No, his name is not Monkey Man.
Oh. I could have swore it was Monkey Man.
His name is Skips.
Okay.
Yeah. But he looks like a monkey man. Yes.
All right.
I bought him because he's cool. And he's voiced by Mark Hamill in the cartoon. And it's a really hilarious voice that he has. Unfortunately, you don't get the voices in Fortnite, but I still appreciate the character. It's fun. I just like fictional characters in my fictional universe. If that makes sense. It's the line I draw.
I guess. So if now I'm forgetting who plays Dwight in Rain Johnson, right? Not Rain Johnson, Rain
Wilson.
Wilson.
Wilson
commits an atrocity. Would you not use the Dwight skin?
Well, I don't have a Dwight skin anyways.
Your hyperboreal Dwight skin. I'm trying to pick apart your logic here just to understand it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I probably wouldn't, but like It's at the same time it's kind of weird because like Dwight is a fictional character.
Yeah.
So like it depends. I guess it depends on like if Rainn Wilson ever achieves the dream he probably has of transcending his role as Dwight, like Schrute, because they're synonymous right now, right? Like it's pretty hard to ever imagine.
Rainn Wilson, we come to find out, was on the island. Are you still using the Dwight skin?
Well, I'm not using the Dwight skin, but that would definitely give me pause.
Okay.
All
right.
But this is why, like, the closest I've ever gotten is like Peacemaker. You know what I mean? Like,
they did fix that one. Yep.
You can tell. You can tell Peacemaker is John Cena, and hopefully that never becomes problematic. You know what I mean? But
that was the last problematic skin.
Well, I meant John Cena. We hope John Cena never becomes problematic. Like I mean, in the gross ways, like that make you uncomfortable to ever look at that person again. So, but yeah. Anyways, no, it's just I draw my line. Fictional characters is what I'm cool with. They can resemble real people, but I don't like just buying Eminem or Chapel Roan or
Tom Holland's Spider-Man skin unmasked.
I rarely ever use it unmasked.
Okay. Either. It's a layer. We're learning.
Yeah, it's an insulation to protect me from trauma, from pain, from grief, because every time something happens, like where you learn something horrible about a celebrity, you basically have to mourn them, right? You have to grieve them because they're lost to you in some way, unless you just keep rocking Kanye for the rest of your life like you do.
He issued an apology.
I don't think there's one single apology that can make up for all the stuff that guy's done. Okay,
I'm not saying I accept it. I'm saying what he did.
what was the apology he issued, by the way?
He basically issued an apology about the crazy shit that he said, citing his bipolar diagnosis. He took out a page, I think, in the Wall Street Journal to do this. Coincidentally, he also has a new album coming out. So,
yeah, there you go.
There is a reason for this.
There you go. Coincidentally, also, Lindsay was telling me today that Neil Gaiman is trying to address all of his stuff, his allegations and problems, and explain himself to people because coincidentally he wants to write a new book.
I forgot what he did. He was just creepy, or like
there's
crime.
Rape.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have money to self-publish his own shit, shouldn't he? Like,
I don't think it's about self-publishing. I think it's about being able to sell the copies of your book.
Well, that's not the problem he presented. He just wants to write another book.
Well, I think he's trying to smooth things over with the general public, so that he can. But you're right. I didn't present that well. I think he'd like to sell another book. Is more specific.
He's a pen name. I'm not giving advice to Neil Gaiman.
Sounds like you're giving advice to Neil Gaiman. Okay.
Move to the Bahamas.
Takes one, no one, I guess.
Pen name, Neil Gaiman. And yeah. I'm not going to give this to the news.
Do you want to do news?
Yes, I do. We have some changes coming to the old House of Mouse and Lucasfilm we're going to talk about. We'll start with the news today. So Bob Iger is back out as CEO, which is kind of known. He came in to fix some of the issues that the other CEO that they hired, Bob Chapek, created. He came back to steer the ship. Chapek came back to steer the ship for about a year, and now Josh D'Amaro will be overseeing the Walt Disney Company. He comes from their parks division. That's where people know him from. That's cool. I think
I thought he comes from their experiences division.
Parks and experience, yeah. So like the cruise ships and theme parks are all kind of lumped into
it's had the most growth of any sector of Disney in the past year or two, right? Yeah. Yeah. Good luck. I hope that's
who's he buying next?
I hope that signals good things. Do you have similar news about Kathy Kennedy too?
Yeah, so this is 2 weeks ago. She's going to be stepping down from her role at Lucasfilm, and she is being replaced by 2 people.
Similar to the way they're running DC, right? Like they're going to have 2 people in charge, one for the creative and one for the strategy, the business strategy.
Yep. Filoni will be doing the creative, and Dave Filoni, and I lost who was doing the strategy. Lewin Brennan will be doing the business end. So yeah, similar to the DC route. Her stuff was kind of interesting. I feel like people gave her a lot of shit. in her time, helming the reins at Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
But I think post exit, you kind of realize like I don't want to say impossible task that was put upon her, but to revive Star Wars for the modern day, you're never gonna like appease everybody.
Yeah, but they did really bad though. I'm just saying, like, there is something to be said about you're never gonna appease everybody, but you like. I don't know a lot of people that are diehard ride or die fans of the newest sequel or the newest trilogy. You know what I mean? Like that trilogy is divisive and controversial across the board. Like there's a lot of people that like at least one out of the three movies, but I don't know a single human being that likes all three.
Are they more divisive than the prequels?
I think they are. I think that's amazing. Like that they pulled that off. It's because of that 2 and 3 are rough. Like
Yeah,
you either love one of them and hate the other, or vice versa. You know what I mean?
I think it's a little wild that there wasn't. I don't say there wasn't a plan, but
we all know.
More cohesive through line between those three movies
for sure.
I think I'll go out on a limb and say I don't think Solo is a bad movie.
Yeah, that's okay. You can go out on that limb. You can stay out on that limb.
Okay.
You can stay out on that limb. I think more importantly than just like having a straight through line of that thing, I think that it's a real shame that J.J. Abrams never thought that it would be of value to the story and to the fans to get Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and Harrison Ford all in the same room one last time in that movie. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Knowing they were going to kill Han Solo. That's so stupid. You just give us that fan service moment of the three of them together once, or even with Chewbacca too, you know what I mean? Or C-3PO and R2-D2, but at least the three humans, like put the three humans one last time together in a scene before you start killing them all. And I know they wasn't their plan to kill Leia, but we ended up having them all be dead by the end of the whole thing, right? And so it's just like,
yeah,
if the point is to say bye to them all while we're embracing these new characters, at least let us say hello to them all one more time, does that make sense? Their chemistry is part of what made Star Wars successful.
That's fair. They even brought back Peter Mayhew.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So like if their chemistry is what made that franchise partially endearing to everybody, then why deny us their chemistry and force horrible chemistry on us like Rose and Finn or something like that? You know what I mean? Like
Benicio wasn't that bad.
No, Benicio wasn't that bad, but also Benicio could be in a Muppet movie and kill the shit out of it too. Like Benicio doesn't need partners to make a scene good. I'm just saying he's that upper echelon of acting, So like I'm just saying like who are we supposed to care about? I understand it's the new characters, but if it's supposed to be a passing of the torch, you should give us a proper passing of the torch. You know what I mean? So that's just where I am. But I'm not sitting here also saying and I blame Kathleen Kennedy for everything. No, I don't. I agree with you. It is a hard undertaking, but I do think that she shot the bed doing it. Like I think that probably most people would have shot the bed in her situation.
That's fair. Yeah.
But I think that hearing that Dave Filoni is actually going to be creatively in charge of this is very heartening for me. because I want to believe that he knows exactly closest to what Lucas envisioned, right? Like he was literally his protege. Like he was the guy that George Lucas took under his wing. And for good or bad, that's what we're going to
I
see.
want to go full Avatar in the sense for like, all right, we got the freaky Star Wars guy. Like, you just run with it.
Mm-hmm.
Run with your vision, dude. Like, let's see this thing through the end. That's where I'm at with Avatar. Of like James Cameron, just fucking finish it. Like, I don't care if they're good or bad. You've earned the right. You paid your cinema dues, sir, to get freaky for 5 movies.
Well, hold on now. I think it should be important that you care whether they're good or bad.
I think they're of a certain bar consistently that I have utter faith that they won't be bad.
I don't think you should.
That could be blind faith.
I don't think you should have utter faith that anything won't be bad. But
so I'm gonna give that faith to Dave Filoni.
You got other news?
Not really. The big game is this weekend.
Oh, it is?
Superb Owl, as they call it.
Oh wow. I'm gonna be at my miniatures convention this weekend.
Miniatures convention? What's?
Yeah, I joined the miniatures club last year. After going to their convention.
Like Space Marine type stuff?
No, like accessories for like 6-inch character or 6-inch figures and stuff, like dolls, but also weird ass accessories and stuff, like anything that's at the 1/12 scale.
Speaking of that, did you see the 1/12 He-Man toys, the Man at Arms? Those things look crazy. The Mondo ones.
Oh, those are 1/6 scale?
No, there's a 1/12 scale now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look it up. The Man at Arms. He looks crazy.
So you're saying like it's cartoon?
No, it's like kind of its own original design.
Oh. Okay. I'll look it up.
But yes, tell me about your miniatures. So you're like props for 1/12 figures, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow. Is this a 600? Oh wait, no, that's a maquette. It's Mondo. There it is.
Yeah.
This is a 1/6 scale figure.
Oh. Could have swore I saw 1/12 somewhere.
He's pretty crazy looking. I see him. He's cool, but yeah, I see they credit the artists that helped make it. That's cool. Some of these artists have actually drawn He-Man comics before too. So that's cool. It's $200. $200.
Chump change.
Yeah. No, the Miniatures Club is like I found them because I went to this convention last year, and it was a small little 2-day convention where you can go there and you can buy whatever. Like you can buy traditional dollhouse stuff. You can buy. There's a lot of crafters making their own accessories for at miniature scale. I bought like miniature food for.
Give me the crowd demographic.
Lots of kids and lots of middle-aged to senior citizen women. Not a lot of men. Yeah.
Were there people there making toys or making miniatures specifically marketed for action figures?
No, but I think that's the wonderful thing about them is like I prefer when they're not specifically for things, like I prefer when There is a guy that comes out from Vegas and he sells Italian leather sofas. That like full on living room sets that look modern, like modern contemporary sofas, but for 1/12 scale. And it really makes you feel self-conscious because when you see the prices of his little Italian leather sofas for the toys, you feel like maybe this is not the right hobby for you.
What's a couch? What's a couch cost?
Like $500.
Just buy a real couch.
It might be for the living room set, but I could be wrong. Yeah. It's weird, right? It's weird to see.
I don't say it's weird. Everyone's got their own thing, but it's
yeah.
I used to go with my mom a lot as a kid. Something called the Country Peddler Show, like a big crafts fair twice a year. But what you're speaking brings back memories of going to this place. I used to hate it. I used to holistically hate going there. But I knew if I went, there was always going to be a candied pecan person there, like roasted pecans. So I'd get that, you know. And I knew there was a guy who made rubber band guns, and I would get one of those. So like, I would have to walk what seemed like miles through these very interesting characters of people selling weird craft stuff just to get my gun and pecan.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, there's a lot of people making cool stuff. A lot of people make little tiny food, little tiny like there's one person that loves making little like I guess it's like packaged items, like
chips.
Like chips and other stuff, but it's in packages. So it's just little 3D printed packages that like you don't actually open and pour out chips or anything like that, but anything that you could buy on a store shelf that's in like a plastic wrapper kind of thing, they'll make them. And so this person even makes like little 3D printed home pregnancy tests.
I was gonna ask about like Plan B.
And you can get like the tiny little like stick that has like the plus or the minus on it and stuff. So you can have like your characters like find out they're pregnant and stuff like that. And I actually did buy that last year, and I cannot believe I still haven't used that in a photo yet.
Wait, what's this thing called? I want to look it up real quick.
It's the miniatures convention, like the San Diego Miniatures Convention.
Is it coming up?
It's this weekend. I just said I'm not going to the Super Bowl, or I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl. It's this weekend, and because I am a member of the San Diego Miniatures Club, I will be working at this convention for the next.
Whoa, what? What's your beat? What are you going to be working?
I'm going to be like at the front desk and stuff, like greeting people, and then I'll probably be at like this. There's another area.
Crazy. Okay, I see the couch. Couch guy's pretty crazy. Oh my god, this is so cool. You should bring your toys.
I do. I bring a toy selfishly for myself so that I can scale. So I can, but for this year, I don't have a booth. I'm not doing a booth because it was quite competitive to get a booth this year. And since it's my first year, I just wanted to pay my dues and like just be a volunteer who works at the convention to help it. But I will be going first thing in the morning on Saturday I asked them to give me a shift after I've had at least 1 hour to buy the stuff that I want before anybody else gets a chance to. So,
University of San Diego. Okay.
Yeah.
How much are tickets for this thing?
Pretty cheap. It's probably like $10 or something like that. Are you gonna go?
It says it's over.
What do you mean?
Event over? You can't buy tickets.
No way.
I'm looking at it right now. It says event's over.
The event is. Are you looking at last year's?
Nope. It might be sold out.
That's pretty rad.
You better tell someone.
I have a hard time.
I can't buy a ticket.
I'll text you later after the show. I'll reach out to the people and see if it's impossible.
I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go.
I know you're gonna go. You're gonna do it.
I got stuff to plan.
Okay, fine.
That's cool. That's cool. I would love to go if I could.
I do nerdy stuff all the time. It's just I do so much nerdy stuff, I forget about all the nerdy stuff I do. So thanks for reminding me about this thing I do. Do you want to talk about a nerdy thing that you're not excited to talk about?
I guess, yeah, it is that time. (2005's) Constantine, starring Keanu Reeves, Rachel Weisz, Tilda Swinton, and Peter Stormare. Directed by Francis Lawrence, who did I Am Robots, the Hunger Games franchise. Based on the DC Vertigo, I looked it up, character, but he technically is from a comic called Hellblazer, right?
Yes, his comic is called Hellblazer. That's correct.
And who originated from Swamp Thing, created by Alan Moore.
He was created by Alan Moore during a run that he did on Swamp Thing. Yes, John Constantine. Yes, that is correct.
Words.
What's that?
Yes.
And you also missed out some other starring: Jaimin Hansu, Shia LaBeouf,
Yes.
Gavin Rossdale. Those are some weird, interesting people in this movie. I honestly don't think I ever paid attention to the fact that Gavin Rossdale was Balthazar in this movie until I saw it on IMDb, which is funny because I love Bush as a band. So how did I not pay attention to the fact that Balthazar was Gavin Rossdale?
Bush.
Yeah. You don't know the band Bush? Wow, you're so young.
No. The president? The
No.
beer?
No.
The Fortnite thing?
They're just called Bush, man.
What's a Bush song?
Glycerine. Everything Zen.
Could not tell you.
Mouth.
This guy? Oh yeah, this guy.
He used to be married to Gwen Stefani.
The guy from Coldplay? No.
No.
That's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Hilarious. Let's move on. We're talking about John Constantine's movie called Constantine that is really not John Constantine as we know him in the comic books. It's one of those stories where like you don't even have to really like look it up to know that Hollywood got their fingers all over this property and completely just strip mined it and revamped it to the point where it's almost unrecognizable from the source material, but it still is actually entertaining in its own way.
Well, walk me through, because when this movie came out, I had no idea. I mean, I was very young when this movie came out, so I did not watch it then. Did not realize Constantine was anywhere remotely superhero DC related. I know he showed up in the Arrowverse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had his own show.
He had his own show before he was in the Arrowverse.
Before he was on the Arrowverse, then he showed up on the Arrowverse.
So
and he's in Harley Quinn.
Yeah, here's what happened is the actor who played him, it's Matt something, who played him in the I think it's Matt Ryan, I think his name is. The actor who played him in his own TV show that came out 10 years after this movie in 2015. It was on NBC for one season. Fantastic show that just NBC kind of put it at like a bad time slot. It's network TV, you know what I mean? It just died on that network. It just couldn't make it, which made me really pissed off because like the next season they tried a new show called Grimm, and then that show went for like 7 or 8 seasons, like, and it's such trash. I can't handle Grimm. But Constantine was a really cool show, and people loved Matt Ryan so much as the character, partially because he was everything that Keanu Reeves wasn't. He actually looked like
2014. I thought it was earlier. Huh.
What
That's
the
12 years
show?
ago. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 2014.
Wow.
Sorry, yeah, 2014, 2015 was the season, and he was so beloved as that character in that show that when they decided to bring Constantine into the Arrow universe, they brought back Matt Ryan to do it. And then actually ever since then, Matt Ryan has played every incarnation of Constantine in the animated. Just whenever they possibly can get him to be Constantine, they do it because he is so perfect
Oh,
for
he
the
has like multiple movies.
yes.
Oh, damn.
Matt Ryan is John Constantine. That said, Keanu Reeves is a much bigger draw, right?
Yeah.
And so Keanu Reeves has the fortune of being Keanu Reeves. And when they got him attached to this project in 2005, there was a lot of artistic license that was taken with the source material. And I know, like, it's really funny because I was watching this with Lindsay, and she is a fan of John Constantine because he is also a character that is very prominent in the Sandman series. So I learned, a while ago that he first appeared in Swamp Thing, but which was a character created by Alan Moore. But the next time he appeared was in the Sandman stories, as just this interesting occult character that he's just got his hands in a little bit of everybody's spirituality, like
Mhm.
every type of supernatural thing you could imagine. John Constantine knows something
He's
about
like
that.
the Nick Fury.
Yes, he is like the Nick Fury of the occult, right? And it makes him really interesting because he's got kind of like he's almost like a MacGyver too, in that like whatever your supernatural jam is that like is holding you up, he's got some like solution. Like he carries a lot of different magical items with him. And he just like the funniest thing about him is he just dresses like a dude, like you can usually find him in a brown trench coat, and he's wearing a white button-up shirt and a red tie, and he's a blonde British man, and he smokes like a chimney. And so I thought it was really interesting that for this movie, they chose to just make it look like Keanu from like a Matrix adjacent kind of look. It's all black. Even the tie is black. The hair is black, and the accent's gone. And basically, the only two similarities he shares with comic book Constantine is he's really good at dealing with supernatural problems, and he smokes like a chimney.
And he
That's
smokes.
yeah, that's it, right? That's it. But that said, if you accept that early, you I think it's kind of a fun movie. But with that said, I would love to hear your take on it because I know you don't like it.
It immediately, and it's funny that you mentioned Sandman. That's what I felt when I watched it. I'm like, this feels like Sandman, the show, a little bit. In like the somberness of it all, the moodiness, the emo-ness of it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's way less emo in the comics and stuff. Like not that he's not less emo, but he's more of a fast talking, quick witted, kind of
Yeah,
smarmy
yeah.
character. You know what I mean? And Keanu chooses to play it like Keanu plays everything, which is quiet
Yeah. And it's
and
like it's almost as if like
gruff.
you took like the worst parts of Blade, mixed it with like Keanu. And then wow, I'm trying to think, what's that one movie?
It does
Uh,
feel very dated. It feels like
Um
a movie which was like 5 years earlier than this.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's that movie where they're in the middle of the desert and the lady's like giving birth. She has like the devil baby. Oh, I can't, it's gonna drive me crazy now. Um, but it's
I
to
feel you.
me, it's very B movie.
I know the movie you're talking about, and I can't think of the name of it. but I confuse it.
Like video game cutscene ass movie.
The special effects are not great in this movie. Yes,
but I think I do appreciate though, like I mean, better for worse, like okay, they're getting some real serious shit here about suicide and what does that mean if you're going to heaven and hell?
Yeah. See, I think what's interesting about this movie is it chose to tackle supernatural from a very specific perspective of let's talk about the Catholic idea of heaven and hell.
Yeah.
Right. And to me, that's also kind of the downer of the movie, because like I know, I've learned throughout my life that Constantine deals with a lot of things that are not of Catholic origin. You know what I mean? So like, so it's kind of pigeonholing him, and I'm kind of worried that like if they ever were to get a sequel, which I know is something they want in the works, right? Because Keanu is Keanu. He has a lot of power in Hollywood because his movies make a lot of. What's up?
He looks the same.
Oh, I know. He doesn't age very much at all. It's amazing. But his movies do make a lot of money. Like they make a lot of money. You know what I mean? He is a big box office draw, which is, I think, what they were going for even back then when they made this movie, right? Like they're like, screw it. He doesn't have to look or sound anything like the character from the comics. Keanu will get butts and seats. And that is true usually, right? Like he does get butts and seats. So I think the idea of if they do a sequel to this is the expectation that we continue down this heaven, hell, God, Satan, Lucifer, like, demons thing, or can we pivot and go to something else like witches, werewolves, vampires, you know what I mean? Like, because these are all things he deals with on the regular.
Yeah.
But I think the lane that the movie chose makes it hard to see it going in other directions. Am I wrong?
No, they lean pretty hard into the whole Jesusness of it.
Yeah, they do, right?
Is it the spear that killed Jesus or
the
whatever?
Spear of Destiny, right? Yeah.
Spear of Destiny. Like, okay, that's what the
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
No. The DC movie that Daniel Craig was attached to. Sergeant Rock. That's what that movie was going to be about, of them stealing the Spear of Destiny from the Nazis.
Yeah. The Spear of
Destiny. But the Spear of Destiny is the real thing.
It's a real thing that the Nazis looked for a lot during World War II.
But it does occur in comics, if I'm not mistaken, in the DC comics.
It occurs in all comics. It occurs in all fiction, like, because it's a mythical
thing,
item that may or may not really exist. And if there was a man named Jesus and he was stabbed, I'm not saying there wasn't. I'm just saying, like, if the things that you read in the Bible are of a historical nature, then logic dictates that spear probably does exist somewhere. And so it's become the stuff of fiction in a lot of different mediums and stuff. But yeah, I believe they mention it in Raiders of the Lost Ark too. Like that, it could be wrong. I might be confusing it with Wolfenstein, the video games back in the day. I think they were looking at the Spear of Destiny in that too. But in any case, yes, this movie goes down a very straight line of we're doing Jesus.
Hey man, Jesus movies make a lot of money.
Yeah. We're doing Lucifer, we're doing Gabriel, the angel, but it's like an androgynous one played by Tilda Swinton, and it's the first time you've ever seen Tilda Swinton play an androgynous character, right, guys? Right? Like it just feels so tropey, like through the whole movie, right? Like, hey, look, I know the Matrix is cool, but what if our bad guys wear white? It's like, okay, like
devil in a suit is like one of my least favorite tropes.
Yeah, I do kind of like Peter Stormare as the devil, though.
I like him, and he's in Until Dawn, right?
Yes, yeah. Peter Stormare is classic in everything he is. I do wish that, like, narratively, the movie would have done better to include Lucifer earlier in the story. But just to give a quick like rundown of the plot of this movie, just so that we're not skipping over it entirely. Some guy out in somewhere in like, is it Mexico or Latin America somewhere? Finds the Spear of Destiny on accident. Then he turns into Gollum, and then he's like, he can't stop doing weird hijinks along the way. Supernatural stuff starts coming out of the woodwork, and then John Constantine ends up getting called to an exorcism, where he's starting to notice the demons, that because it's a normal thing he does is exorcisms, but he's noticing the demons are getting a little bit more pushy and more daring than they used to be, because they can't actually cross into this plane without becoming half breeds. And he loves this John Constantine loves nothing more than to be the metaphorical ice of half breeds. Like, he constantly is talking about deporting people all the time in this movie. It's a weird look. How much he wants to deport.
Didn't age well.
It didn't age well, especially this week. Yeah. John Constantine just going around with his cross-covered like shotgun and just deporting demons left and right, like all over the place, or threatening. Even more so when he's interrogating them and they really want to stay. He's like, look, you better tell me what I need to know, or I'm going to deport your ass back to hell. It's a choice. It's a choice thing. I'm not making this shit up, am I? I'm not. Like,
I mean, this is pre. When's the crazy? Yeah.
I'm just saying,
2005.
the writers and everyone in charge of this movie, they chose very specific angles, and then they leaned hard on them. And they're like, this is what our Constantine does, is he deports demons.
Are we equating today's problems to this movie back in 2005?
A little bit. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of weird. It was, I couldn't help but see it through those glasses. But for whatever reason, he hates them demons. I understand demons, whatever. And he wants to deport them all the time. And he ends up seeing signs of something sinister happening. And then enter Rachel Weisz's character twice, because she plays herself, or she plays a detective named Angela, and she also plays her twin sister, Isabel,
that shit's so dumb.
Supposedly commits suicide, and the Catholic Church will not grant her a burial service because suicide is a mortal sin. And she seeks the help of John Constantine, who is a random guy she ran into a couple times, and has heard about him through the grapevine. And she comes to him and lets him know that her and her sister, when they were younger, actually had the ability to see things that are not of this world.
Mm-hmm.
And so it turns out the demons are actually after her, because it's part of their plan to bring one of Lucifer's sons, Mammon, into the world to cause chaos. Blah, blah, blah. The end. And obviously John Constantine stops him with his, while watching his like whole friend group, right? Like, he has a lot of allies throughout this movie.
He's got buddies.
And they're all dead by the end of this movie. That's kind of a bummer, right? Like, that's the life he lives, and that he, in his attempt to do sacrifice, like to save somebody, he ends up being the one person that gets to live at the end of the story. All because Lucifer's petty.
What did you think of like when Lucifer took out the cancer?
Lucifer's being petty. Like, that's what I thought. It's like, geez, man, are you really that obsessed with this one guy? I think it's cool that they try to hype him up, but that's why I'm saying it would have been better had we met Lucifer's character earlier in the movie,
mm-hmm.
to establish that a little bit more, that like Lucifer really, really wants to bag this soul. You know what I mean? Like, this is the soul he wants. Because it's weird that he just shows up at the end of the movie for the first time, and he delivers a monologue about like how this is the one soul he's been willing to come to Earth to claim. You know what I mean? And it's like, you could have sold this a little better, like through storytelling.
You could have tried a little harder, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So I just thought, okay, cool, because he made the noble sacrifice, heaven spared John. They were going to bring him up to heaven to live out his life in this beautiful peace and tranquility. And then Lucifer's like, no. That's you. I'm going to give you a very healthy, long lifetime to prove that you're worthy of coming back to where I think you belong, which is hell. And that's how the movie ends. And so, like, it's definitely got room for a sequel, but I don't know that I wanted a sequel to that movie.
Do you want more Constantine? Like do you want another Constantine movie?
Truthfully, I never get tired of Matt Ryan's Constantine. Like,
I don't think you're getting a Matt Ryan Constantine either.
I know, and that's what's a bummer. But like that said, I do think that Constantine as a movie could have been better if it had better special effects and better writing. And so I at least know it'll have better special effects than it already did in 2005. I do think that Keanu's version of this character is interesting. I think it's cool that like it's like a roller coaster ride, the movie, where like it's just one crazy magic trick after another of like, you know, shock and awe. The whole movie is, I have no idea what's happening, but all I know is he's holding a cat and with his feet in the water, and weird shit's about to happen. You know what I mean? Like, they don't bother to explain a lot of things to you. You just watch crazy happen, and that's kind of fun. But I would like to see it done with better writing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I there's an edge that this movie was definitely going for. Like, it's Evanescence music video, like that's on your mood board.
Yeah.
But to your point, yeah, like just really, you're kind of like living in this zone of like, I'm gonna say like edgelord type of like writing. You know what I mean? And just get fucking freaky with it. Just make him fight some weird shit. Make him fight vampires. Make him fight, because he's technically like a warlock, right? That's what he is.
Or a magician, whatever.
Magician.
Yeah.
Like, show that. Show me the Harley Quinn Constantine that's getting drunk in the bar.
Or if you really want to make it like more satisfying to fans, throw one other DC character in the story.
Like, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, is there any? So none of these other people are DC items.
Well, they are in that, like, Chaz is a character from this. You know, these are characters from his story. You know what I mean? But like not his. But this is when it was Vertigo. You know what I mean? Like not
their own thing.
So Constantine has been like, he had his own rich story in the Vertigo comics, but like ever since they kind of revamped the DC universe, since 2012, Constantine has been a part of the proper DC universe. Like,
okay, it's like the Authority, whatever thing they're trying to make.
But yeah, previously, outside of his appearance, his initial appearance in Swamp Thing, he was used sparingly in DC comics. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but like once it was 2012, he was part of like the Justice League. You know, he became part of the Justice League Dark. He was in every ominous. He was like the herald of every ominous supernatural event that was ever going to occur in DC. He would come and be like, "Nope, the signs I'm reading, they're not good, guys. We should also, you got a light." You know, like he never did.
The tea leaves are looking a little shifty today.
Exactly. You know, that's his kind of thing, but he's funny about it. But like, I do highly recommend, if things about this movie rubbed you wrong and you'd like to see it done in a better way, check out the one season of Constantine that existed, because it is quite good.
There's no way I'm gonna do that.
It's super good. It's super good. Like he's got more angst, like he's got more problems. Like he's in the TV show, which it's following more of the stuff that from the comics too, that later in the Sandman stories. In the TV show, he's ridden with grief because he was responsible, like during a botched exorcism, of causing a little girl's soul to go to hell. And so like that's the thing that he's trying to atone for. You know what I mean? And so like he just carries that weight with him. Keanu just carries like generic weight that we don't get to know. We don't get to
Just
know a lot
angst.
about him. Yeah, just angst. You know what I mean? Like whereas like in the TV show you get to understand his problems. And also the actor that got to play Papa Midnight is way better on the TV show than I'm sorry, I like Jaimin Hansu. I just don't think
Oscar award winner, John
I
Manhousen,
know.
right?
I like Jaimin Hansu. I just
This is
don't
after his
think
Oscar.
everything is after his Oscar. His Oscar was like his first movie, like pretty much. I
Yeah, sure.
just don't I
I met him
don't
at the zoo when I was working there. He's really nice.
I don't think that his every time he tries to be in a superhero movie or a comic book movie, I don't think it plays to his strengths, the characters that he plays.
You telling me he's not a good Korath?
I'm telling you he's Korath, but Korath's not the reason I'm going to see this movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Papa Midnight was okay in this movie, but it wasn't like I didn't care enough to like want more of it. Whereas the Papa Midnight in the TV show is very interesting and very cool to see. So yeah, I do it. Just go watch one episode. Tell me what you think. It's better than the movie.
I could be convinced.
Yeah, just watch one.
I could be convinced.
All right, but I think that's what our way of saying like we're not trying to convince you to go watch Constantine the movie because it's okay. It's fun-ish, like Ricky, maybe what'd you give it? Like a 6 out of 10?
Like a 5.
Ooh, 5 out of 10.
It's worth, you're cleaning, you got the TV on, stuff happening.
I'd give it a 7. It's fun enough. But I do so the question is like if they do a sequel, would you want to see it?
Only if they like pull a kind of like what they're doing with the X-Men now or whatever. Like it's kind of the same, but not really. And it's just, like the Comic-Con teaser is him, it's foggy, it's cloudy. You see the silhouette and the smoke. The cigarette gets lit, and it's Keanu Reeves walking out in the brown trench coat with the red tie.
Oh, I see what
that's the teaser. It's like it's the same guy.
Make it look the way it's supposed to look.
But
do you dye his hair blonde?
I would give a pass with him having black hair. Okay. But he needs a suit.
I did think it was funny. I was going to say earlier when I was watching it with Lindsay, because she knows the character Constantine better than I do, and she watched Keanu Reeves on screen, and she said, "You know what? This is the one time I can agree with you guys that are always complaining about the character having the wrong hair color." Like, it bothered her. But that's because she has an appreciation of the character before the movie. Yeah.
It's one of those weird things where because Blade's British, right? He's like,
yeah, but
if New Blade is not British, is that weird? Because the more popular Blade isn't. You know what I mean?
Well, in fairness, I still think that the version that Matt Ryan plays is the more popular Constantine. So
fair.
People know him, and people were also a little upset at the Sandman show because for legality reasons they couldn't get
his daughter,
John.
Right?
One of them, she plays 2 characters. There's a great grandmother, and then also presumably his daughter or something. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
She's got the red tie.
She's got the look. Yeah, she's got the look down, I believe. But yeah, so they just replaced the character with relatives of him because they couldn't secure the rights. But whatever. We're done talking about Sandman anyways. It's one of them other problematic real people out there that makes it hard to enjoy content. So if they ever tried to sell me a Neil Gaiman skin in Fortnite, I'd be like, no, thank you. You know what I mean? But there you go. I will say this, watching Constantine again this time around, finally prompted me to go and buy the run of Swamp Thing that was done by Alan Moore that introduces Constantine as a main character in the story, because I've always wanted to read what I've heard is one of the greatest runs ever in comic books. And so if the point of making a comic book movie is to drive fans back to the original source material and want to engage further in comic books, then mission accomplished, Constantine. You did the job.
Hey, we're getting a Swamp Thing movie, James Mangold Swamp Thing movie. So there you go.
For
He
real?
could come back. Yeah, you didn't know that?
I did not know that, actually.
I think it's his next thing.
Okay.
Before the Star Wars.
I like me some Swamp Thing. We watched the Swamp Thing on the show, right? Did we watch this? We didn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, Ricky.
I've heard good things. It's the one good DC Direct show.
No, but there's 2 movies.
Oh, no. I've never watched.
We've never watched the movies?
I don't think so.
I thought we did. Oh, man.
There's 2 movies?
There are 2 movies.
They
got a sequel. Yeah.
Is one recent? Wes Craven's The Swamp Thing. Not the Man Thing. 2005's Man Thing.
No, that's Marvel.
Oh, we gotta watch that.
Man Thing, I've heard is terrible.
That's the one we can't. We got to do all the Marvel movies.
Well, can we do the Swamp Things too?
We'll have a whole Swamp Thingiverse, and then we'll watch, to cap it off. We'll watch Swamp Thing, Man Thing, both things.
Okay, did you
all 3 things?
Did we just decide what we're doing next week, or are we going to do Batman movies? Or no, we're doing Adam West Batman next week, right?
We'll do Adam West Batman next week. Yeah.
Okay, cool. But
and then we'll sprinkle in the thing, happen things, the things, all the things.
Right. How about people in the comments, if you guys want us to talk about the Swamp Things and the Man Things and any other things, you let us know. But I would like to lobby for at least the Swamp Thing sequel.
The Man Thing movie came out in 2005 too.
It was straight to sci-fi.
Huh.
It was straight to sci-fi. I'm just saying, Heather Locklear is in Swamp Thing too. I bet you don't even know who that is.
Right. I have no idea who that is. Stay tuned.
Damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, till next week when we talk about the
Batman the movie.
Batman the movie. But until next time, true believers. Enough.